For years, the theory channels have been asking the really important questions, like how long is Luigi's schlong? And today, they finally opened their fourth theory channel. Game theory, film theory, food theory, and now style theory, which is important to me because as a gamer, I have absolutely zero sense of style to begin with. My entire wardrobe either consisting of my own merchandise or something black because, I don't know, I like black clothes. So maybe now I can actually become stylish with MatPat's help. Style theory. As the least stylish man in the world, I'm excited to see where this goes. Maybe I'll learn a thing or two. Maybe I'll finally learn what clothes to wear to look good. Maybe MatPat, a gamer, can tell me how to look good. The game theory to style theory pipeline is gonna make gamers finally have drip, which is something that we've not had for generations. I mean, for God's sake, I stream every day in my pajama pants and fluffy socks because, listen, I'm all about being comfort. I'm all about being comfortable. I've never thought about how I look before, but now it all changes. With MatPat's help, I'm gonna look so good.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Style Theory, the channel that serves you beauty and brains. If you're here, then congratulations, you are part of history. You are one of the first people to not only see this episode, but also the final channel to complete the great theorist wheel. Game, film, food, and now style.
I still think that's a crazy place to go. Games make sense, okay? Film, that also makes sense. There's lore about that. The food theory, that's a thing that everyone can come together and enjoy. I guess everyone comes together, everyone wears clothes. MatPat is trying to hit on the things that everyone does. Although not everyone plays games, everyone consumes media in some kind of way, whether it be film or TV. Everyone eats food and everyone wears clothes. It's the more branched out and the most branched out you can possibly get. In fact, game theory is the weakest part of this circle right now.
Kingdoms living together in harmony like Avatar.
I'm down with it.
You know what's even cooler than watching a single video though? Being one of the first to subscribe to that new channel. Claim it because then you could say you've been here since day one. Also, while
I've been here since day one.
Let me run a quick poll. Hit the like button if you've never had to think about the size of your pockets. If you just hit that like button, then you are a lucky person and also probably a dude. You see, when I first pitched the idea of
Wait, oh my god, he's right. I am a lucky person, and I am also a fella.
Dedicating our next channel to style and fashion, all the female members of Team Theorists jumped up and insisted that we do an episode about the size of women's pockets.
What is it with women and not having pockets? I've heard it's because they want to sell bags to women and as like an accessory. So they say they don't put pockets on the clothes so that they can then turn around and the same brands can sell bags that you have to carry around with you instead. Now, I'm also a person that does carry around a bag pretty much wherever I go. If I leave the house, I probably have a backpack, which is weird to a lot of people, but it just helps me keep my things together a lot easier than just having my wallet and my phone and my keys in my pocket. If I'm not going out somewhere that needs me to look at least somewhat decent, obviously I'm not going to take a backpack to a high-stakes restaurant or a casino or something like that, run around with my little backpack on and be like, oh, I'm gonna lose all my money on roulette, it's gonna be great, poggers, let's go. Or sitting at the table with my backpack like, yes, I'd like the tenderloin, please. I think it keeps things together a lot easier. I like the whole bag thing, but I feel like it shouldn't be necessary.
Insisted that women's pockets are not only smaller than men's, but are in fact so small that they've become completely useless. At the time,
the fake pockets thing just blows my mind.
Loyal theorists. So who stands to win big when women are losing precious inches of personal storage freedom? Before we can break down our suspects, we need to understand where this pocket problem first started. The first record of anything relating to a pocket dates back to Otzi, also known as the Iceman, Europe's oldest natural mummy from around 3350 to 3105
Oh, I know this
BC.
dude.
His body was found preserved.
Not like that, not personally. I don't know him personally. Obviously, he's very, very old, and I feel very old, but no, it's just my back problems. I'm actually just 26 years old.
Belt with an attached pouch, making him one of, if not the oldest example of what I personally call ye oldie fanny pack. And while Otzi was the first,
Bro, I wish it wasn't called a fanny pack. Who thought that that was a good name? I feel like a lot more fellas would wear those around their waist, and I do know a lot of men that do, but they called them fanny packs, and that's very emasculine. And if you're trying to appeal to the male masculine persuasion, it's just not a good name.
Definitely wasn't the last.
It's such a good piece of equipment to have on you because it's not a big thing. It can be stylish. It doesn't get in the way. But my God, they branded it so badly.
This type of belt-pouch combo was typical for centuries around the world. In Japan, you saw pouches attached to sashes around the waist. In Europe,
bag is not a better name.
What's commonly referred to as tie-on pockets. Stand aside their cargo pants. You can't hold a candle to the amount of candles I'm stuffing into these bad boys.
Did anyone actually use the pockets on like these types of trousers where they have pockets like halfway down? I feel like that's just there for looks. I've never actually used pockets like that. I always just use the big pockets.
Because of how way too easy for pickpockets to run away with all your belongings.
Bro, it must have been so fun to be a pickpocket back in the day. Oh, it would be so exciting. Like the chance of being caught is so high. You have to be nimble. You have to be fast on your toes. You have to be good at manipulation, distraction. You have to have sneak level 100. You have to have nimble fingers. You have to know what you're doing. You have to make sure that they don't notice you in any way. God, that would be such a cool thing to do. You can't really pickpocket nowadays. It's just really hard to pickpocket. But if you're like in old Victorian England and you're at the special high class event with all the rich folk and you just like walk through a crowd and just get a whole pocket, a pouch full of monies, that'd be so cool.
Dude, these are the people who were caught. Have to leave the house, pack your pockets, and prepare for crime. Women, however, were left to tie their pockets to their waists with two options. Either above their outfits for easy reach or under their petticoats for privacy, but with little access to their personal effects. If you went with the—
I know why. The patriarchy. The men just didn't think women had anything worth storing on their person, whereas the men had their pocket watches and money. They thought the women didn't need to tell the time or spend money. That's my theory.
You have a slit built into your skirt in order to get to your
It's always the men.
Suspect number 1, style. The trends. The fashion darling. Were pockets simply too last century for the modern day stylish woman? The large voluminous skirts that used to be popular were associated with the old regime and thus quickly went out of fashion. I wonder why.
Oh, facts. Yo, if you walked around with a big pockets and a big wig like that, you were getting guillotined immediately. The French did not mess around with that. They loved guillotining. They guillotined just for fun. They guillotined as a treat. If they went out for a run and they were like, oh, I've done my daily exercise today. Oh, I'm gonna guillotine as a treat. Just for funsies.
Men's pockets, however, were doing just fine. Despite men's fashion also settling into a sleeker style during this period, pockets were deemed a necessity.
I can't believe this is considered a sleeker style. You know what? We need to go back to this. Just for a little bit. The style now is like very low-key, a little bit minimalistic. I don't quite understand it, to be honest. At least the clothes that I see are pretty minimalistic. We need to go back to just lathering on tons of cloth and just seeing how it looks.
For their clothes.
We need to go back to it taking 30 minutes to get dressed in the morning and you couldn't go outside without 17 layers of corsets, shirts, jackets, undergarments, overgarments,
and
garments.
Somehow they found a way to be both flattering and functional. Go figure. It can be done if you just try. Even these pants.
I want my clothes to make me look like I'm under 10 layers of armor.
Quote, pants have themselves a pocket built in for the men.
It would be impossible to stab someone because you just wouldn't know where the body begins and the garment ends.
Now, the women. Why the double standard? Bulges. Nope, not like that. Well, actually, yeah, kind of like that. As women didn't own property or have their own money. Their husbands did.
Wait, was that right? That's not true what I said before. I was joking. Was I right?
The higher waistline and some small pockets only large enough to
I said that women didn't have things because they were considered not able to own things because of the men. Was that where? Wait, hold on.
Means of carrying their
Hold
stuff.
on, he's cooking.
That fashion trend has largely persisted since. Let's look at everyone's favorite staple, skinny jeans. Men's skinny jeans have themselves deep functional pockets, while women can barely fit half their hand in.
This trend I have never understood. The ripped jeans arc has lasted for like 12 years and I have never got it. I don't understand why you would buy pre-ripped jeans. I don't think that they look good. They're ripped. You're buying a destroyed piece of merchandise. It's not like it's pre-owned. You're paying like a premium for someone to take a knife and just jag it a little bit. I've never understood that.
Click that subscribe button so you can be notified of all.
This channel has been up for less than 24 hours as of reacting to this video, and it already has 100,000 subscribers, more than my main channel. Congratulations, guys! I'm not jealous.
Did you know that spray-on? With all this talk about carrying things, it's time to look at suspect number 2 for who potentially killed pockets, the purse industry. Whether you call it a purse, a pocketbook, or a handbag.
I knew it. Dude, that's what I said as well. I said that they literally... Bro, what? Did I just get DMCA'd? No shot. What? Okay, so I'm finishing the rest of the reaction off stream without chat because my stream got taken down and I don't really know what it is. So if you're seeing this video actually being uploaded to YouTube, it means that something weird happened, but the video still went through. If you're not seeing this video, then I wasn't allowed to post it.
Back to the same thing.
Let's finish the video.
Money. If you can't carry something in your pocket, you have to put it somewhere else. And that's exactly what happened. When pockets started to go out of fashion in popular society, what entered the scene was a little item called the reticule. And I do mean little
What is
item.
that?
Look at this
I've
thing.
never
It's
seen that
so
before in my life.
I suppose you could say that it's so small, it's ridiculous. Am I right?
It took 7 minutes and 38 seconds for Matt to get in his dad jokes. Well done, Matt. That must be a new record. I'm very proud of
These
you.
small decorative bags could barely fit, well...
He held off this
Women
time.
went from being able to carry a lot with little effort to having everything shrink to fit the meager space of a glorified coin purse. According to this illustration from 1849, it was
that a
the
child?
best present for ladies of the time due to its multiple uses.
Yeah, you can take out your dogs for a walk on the lead. You can take out your kids for a walk on the lead because dogs and children, that's the same thing,
Christmas this
basically.
year. From their first big introduction, bags only became more and more of a mainstay in a woman's wardrobe. Fashion houses quickly took to the idea
Louis
of
Vuitton?
a need for independence that had been lost when the large pockets of the
That's a
past
big bag,
first
though.
disappeared. But with new
Oh, it's a
options,
bag big enough to put the dog in. That's cute.
now, you could get a woman to pay for an outfit and the accompanying bag to hold her things. Sure, it was a
It's like microtransactions, but for clothes.
necessity, but it was also a fashion statement and a symbol of status.
It's like when you buy a new game, but they already have day one DLC to unlock a character that you kind of need to play the game and you can't progress unless you buy the character. It's like when they used to do online passes where you couldn't play online and multiplayer unless you additionally bought a different pass.
Why invest in GameStop when you can have yourself a $1.9 million Birkin bag? In the first 9 months of 2022 alone,
Okay, I have an issue with this. Why would you buy such an expensive bag when all it does is make you a target for a thief to come and steal it? At least if you have an expensive watch, it is on your wrist and it's hard to get a watch off your wrist. If you have a really expensive bag that you put down for even a moment, there is a very high chance that it can just get yoinked. A lot of the other stuff that you buy to put on your person, expensive glasses, expensive accessories, rings, they're hard to get off you. But a bag, you can just yoink that so easily. Why would you buy
LVMH,
something
the
that makes you a
corporation
target like
behind
that?
brands like Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, and Fendi earned around $60 billion in the US, with nearly half of that being from fashion and leather goods. The world's most expensive handbag is currently valued at $3.8 million.
This bag does not look good. I'm sorry. Maybe I just have really bad taste. I don't like that at all.
As we're on the topic of motive, it's time to reveal suspect number 3, the man, the Brojack Horsemans of the world. Now, before anyone
It's
starts to
always
flame
the
more down in
men.
comments, this isn't coming from me. This is coming from historical documentation written by people far smarter than me. You see, it's hard to talk about pockets without also mentioning our favorite frenemy, politics. It's always there, lurking in the background like some kind of certified creeper. And politics are everywhere when it comes to
When I run for president, I'm gonna run on a platform of bringing pockets back to women.
Criminal reports from this era listed women using their pockets to do everything from shoplifting to stealing neighborhood ducks to plotting the assassination of major political figures.
What, is that exclusive to just women? Only women shoplift and steal ducks and assassinate political figures? I actually don't know any women that has ever assassinated a political figure. I know a lot of men that have done it, though.
No joke. Cécile Renaud, a royalist, was executed for attempting to kill Maximilien Robespierre, a key
Well, now I know one, don't I? Thank
figure
you.
during the French Revolution, using a set of penknives that she hid in her, you guessed it, pocket.
It's like if there was some kind of mass shooting in America and that a woman had had a gun in their pocket, they'd be like, oh my god, we have to stop women from having pockets. That is clearly the issue here.
Peace suddenly gave women pockets for resting their hands and pistols in. Seriously, they were called
That's
pistol
right.
pockets.
That's how women truly become independent. You give them pockets for their guns.
Special
That's how you
pockets
do it.
lined with duck or leather to contain and conceal small firearms.
It's almost like the things that we apply to gender are just made up stuff that we just made up, and you could change at any time because it's all made up and it's made up
The
and
more
we made
fun
it up.
historical fashions known best as
It's all fake and we made it up, and you can just change and do whatever because who cares? It's not really, it doesn't have any kind of bearing on nature. Do you think that the women lions out in the lion land don't have pockets because they're women lions and that's how nature works? It's just all made up.
But when the wars were over, women were expected to fall back and hand over their pants and pockets to their husbands. Except they suddenly realized how fun and nice and useful all of those things were.
What the fuck? What is that? No, 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 no. Listen, I might have the most terrible taste in the world, but what the fuck is this? That pocket on the front No, man. No, you can't do that.
How up-and-coming designers are making a name for themselves.
I'm
It's
sorry,
a
that's not.
revolution using the weapon
That's not good
companies
looking.
fear
That
the most, not pistol
That's
pockets,
not stylish.
the almighty dollar. If you buy it and show the fashion industry that you demand equal pockets, they're gonna have to listen, or else they're gonna watch as their bank account.
True. I do think that capitalists care more about money than being sexist, though it is quite close. Fashion and clothes are how you express yourself, and I don't do a very good job of expressing myself through my clothing, but hey, maybe one day I'll be better, and maybe these reactions will help me, if they're allowed on YouTube, because I don't know, my stream got taken down, and now I'm a little bit concerned that the video won't be allowed to be up either. But if you're listening to this, I really appreciate you hanging out. Make sure you just go and subscribe to Style Theory. Please don't take down my videos, and also subscribe to my second channel. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. Thanks. See you later. Bye.